WTIM.
Good morning. If I pressed all my buttons, we should be good to go as we are live on the WTIM morning show as Dee Kruger from Lincoln Land Community College, director over there, is joining us here this morning. And Dee, how are you today?
I'm a little cold, but other than that, I'm doing wonderful.
It is cold outside.
Yeah.
I tell you what, from what I saw, it's not supposed to warm up at all this week.
Nope.
They shoved me in the icebox and call it a day.
Yep, exactly. But let's talk about summer. How's that?
Well, that'll warm me up. Yeah. What we got going on this summer?
It's time to think about summer classes already. Registration begins this week or Thursday, February 20th, which is this week, right? Yeah. And classes begin June 9th. Of course, in the summer, we have fewer classes than we do the fall and spring because a lot of students don't go to school in the summer. But we have the CNA class, the microbiology, the chemistry, the psych, the soc. And like I've said before, some people take that microbiology in the summer because it's a tougher course, but it's the only one they have to concentrate on. So sometimes they prefer to do that. Or they may want to take speech simply because the class size is going to be smaller. So a lot of reasons to take summer courses.
Yeah, and that was one of the things I was going to ask you is there's obviously benefits to taking some of those summer classes and getting them out of the way.
Because if you think of an associate degree being 60 credit hours and you divide that by 4 semesters, 2 fall and 2 spring, that'll give you 15 credit hours per semester, which is a load. But if you take summer, then maybe you only have 9 to 12 in the fall and spring, but you're still on track to graduate within the 2 years. Sometimes students like to do summer because they don't want to stop learning. They know that if they stop, they may not get back into it. So other than the Taylorville classes, though, we have plenty of online and hybrid classes. Those seem to be very popular in the summer because people are on vacation, but they can still do homework. You can do online classes from anywhere in the world, I do believe. So then we're going to talk about a new class type, sync.
Okay, what's
that? Because we love to name things. Sync is
the acronyms are always
the acronyms are higher education's funnest thing.
Yes.
Anyway, sync is using RISE technology. It's a long distance learning equipment. So the teacher can be in Springfield, but they will be also piped into our Taylorville location. So like if I don't have enough students to make sociology of the family because it's a 200 level soc, but I have some students that would love it. So if I only have 5, that's fine because they probably have the other 15 in Springfield. We've had long distance learning technology for, 20, 25 years. I mean, I remember when it started, it took up a whole room and the voice was never synced. It was awful. It was just awful. And the 2-way communication did not work. But if you've ever this RISE technology classroom, you'll have to come visit because it's 4 TVs around, microphones from the ceiling. I mean, everybody's going to feel like they're in the classroom, even though some of them will be located off site. I'm excited to being able to offer some of those 200 level classes that I don't have enough students for, because students sometimes change their major based upon what we have. And that's so sad because they can't make it to Springfield and sometimes they can't learn online. So this is the best of both worlds with the sync. They still have a teacher to communicate with. They just come to the classroom, turn it on, sit for 50 minutes, and then leave.
It's a whole lot easier now than what it was 20, 25 years ago.
Oh, tell me about it. Because they would never sync. You know that from radio. It's just a nightmare back then. But everything's much better now, and I'm so excited to be able to offer those classes in the fall. I'm still figuring out which ones I want to offer because I only have one classroom, so I have to make sure it's busy all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exciting for this Taylorville, Litchfield, and Jacksonville all have the RISE technology, so we could share a class amongst of us too. If there's a good teacher in Jacksonville or one that's available, then we can share that teacher.
And how nice is that to be able to have that coordination with the other branches that are in the area as far as being able to work together to say, look, we need help with this, or hey, we're a little short on this, but we've got this.
Right.
Talk a little bit about that relationship.
And we've been doing that this past month is pretty much what we've been doing, trying to figure out what to offer. And then Springfield only has one room. So they have to really coordinate what's going to be in there when, so that we all have the technology when we need it. So that's kind of exciting. Campus visit day is coming up.
Okay.
Because no school on Monday, March 3rd. Campus Visit Day is in Springfield from 4 to 7. It's where you can get all kinds of experiences, financial aid, the learnings or the Center for Academic Success, tours of the workforce and the Agricultural Center and the other parts of the college. Those are the premier parts, but then there's a lot of other parts of the college too that are important, like the library, those kinds of things you also get a tour of. In Taylorville, though, we call Campus Visit Day almost every day. Because if you walk in, we can do all that. If you walk in, we can take care of your financial aid questions. We can get you registered. We can give you a tour of our facility. And I've even given tours sort of Springfield. I have maps and everything, so I can kind of tell them where they're going before they get there. And I always encourage students to go, a week early or something to get your books and then go find where your classrooms are. Because sometimes you only have 10 minutes to go from building to building. So you want to know where you're going.
I just had massive flashbacks, so it's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
That was... Oh my goodness. We could tell stories about that, but
yeah.
Man, that is sometimes.
Yeah. And I try to be cognizant of that when I'm looking at student schedules, but still
I can set this up, but you're going to have to
10 minutes and that's about all I can give them.
Campus. Yeah.
Yep, that's for sure. So that's Campus Visit Day in Springfield, Monday, March 3rd from 4 to 7. There is a registration. If you want to do that, I believe it's online at llcc.edu. And just search for Campus Visit Day. And you can register. Of course, walk-ins are welcome. But if you want to pre-register, it kind of gives us an idea of how many things to prepare. Let's see. College Now. It's time for students to talk to their counselors. I know they're picking classes or they have picked classes in January and are doing it in February. If they're interested in College Now, it's time to tell your counselor. I'm excited from the preliminary numbers. It looks like we're going to have a really large class next year because I have a couple small schools already sent me some numbers. And if the big schools follow along, we'll have a nice increase in College Now for next year. And that's when students leave the high school Monday through Thursday, 1 to 3, and come out and take college level courses. I have 3 students this year who are going to graduate with their college associate degree before high school, simply because the dates mix, but I'm so proud of them. And these are students that are also involved in a myriad of other things. And I wonder how they do it sometimes. One that's coming up, she's involved in CEO, a myriad of other things. I can't remember all that she's involved in, but every one of them have met the prerequisites to the university they're going to. And that's kind of great with College Now to be able to do that. One is even going to Missouri. So that makes it even nicer that they accepted everything and it's a smooth transition. So I'm happy for those students walking in as juniors instead of freshmen. That's a big difference.
Yes, definitely. In more ways than one. We're talking to Dee Kruger here with Lincoln Land Community College about some of the great things that are going on over there. Dee will talk much more about this here after the break, but for more information on these programs, where can people go?
www.llcc.edu/Taylorville, or give us a call at 217-786-2754.
And we'll be mentioning that later on in the show as well. This portion of your Expand Local Newscast brought to you, This portion of your morning show brought to you by People's Bank and Trust. We put people first here as our live stream is on both Facebook and YouTube. Check us out there to be able to watch some of the great stuff that we have going on. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have much more with Dee Kruger and talk to her about some of the great things going on over at Lincoln Land Community College. We'll be back in just a few moments right here on WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Hey, Christian County, Lou Johnson here, General Manager at McLean Taylorville. We're growing and need great people like you. Whether you're interested in warehouse work, delivery driving, or our driver trainee program, McLean offers competitive pay, full benefits, and real career growth. We've been around 130 years because we take care of our people. Come join our award-winning team. Apply online at joinmclean.com. That's joinmclane.com, or stop by 600 South Spresser in Taylorville. McLean is an equal opportunity employer. Go Tornadoes.
For over 90 years, one name has stood for excellence in John Deere equipment: Sloan Implement in Taylorville. From planting to harvest, from parts to service, Sloan's team has helped generations of farmers succeed. As one of the world's largest John Deere dealers, they've got what you need when you need it. Need equipment for your farm or garden? Stop by Sloan Implement in Taylorville, your trusted John Deere dealer in Central Illinois since 1931. Sloan Implement, delivering excellence every time.
Dr. Emily Smith here from Taylorville Community Eye Care across from the high school. I'm here to remind you that it's not too early to use your new vision benefits. Many plans start over with the new year, so schedule that eye exam, stock up on contact lenses, or finally get that new pair of frames you've been eyeing. Call for your appointment now by calling 287-2020. That's 287-2020 for Taylorville Community Eye Care, enhancing vision, enriching lives.
This is Bill Pinkston, General Sales Manager at Landmark of Taylorville. We are celebrating the new year with huge discounts on the few remaining 2024. Current Buick and GMC owners can save $13,000 on a new GMC Sierra Denali, or you can save $10,000 on a new Silverado ZR2. Need a fuel-saving SUV? Save up to $5,800 on a Buick Encore GX. Plus, we have over 400 pre-owned vehicles in our family dealerships. And with our Landmark for a lifetime powertrain warranty, why would you buy anywhere else? All roads lead to Landmark of Taylorville. And remember,
You always do better at Landmark.
Taylorville Care Center can get you back to doing the things you used to do with their personalized therapy program. You'll get great medical care with private rooms to get the therapy you need to return home. And your friends and family can come by and cheer you on in recovery. Whether you've been in the hospital or just need a little help, check out Taylorville Care Center's great therapy program. Stop by or give them a call at 824-9636. That's 824-9636. Taylorville Care Center, caring for the community for over 50 years.
Whether it's the Bailey Park Adult Community or the Hillcrest Park for all ages, both in Taylorville, they have a place for you and your manufactured home. Bring your own, or they'll sell you one. Find out more by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation is here to help your business grow, fostering success, attracting investment, and building a stronger community. Learn more today at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
WTIM, your information station. My name is Leroy Clamola. Glad to be with you here this morning as we are being joined by Dee Kruger, Director of Lincoln Land Community College, in this portion of our WTIM morning show and our live stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville and People's Bank and Trust. And Dee, lots of stuff going on, and I tell you what, I feel like I could grab you at any time of the year, and we could have a laundry list of things that are taking place and going on in the community, but especially over at LLCC.
Exactly. I mean, we have classes going all the time. We have 8-week classes. We have 16-week classes, online, hybrid, and the new sync. So there's a lot of excitement in that area. Workforce, though, in Springfield, we have a wonderful workforce institute. And within that institute are several things that you may not even know what they do. For instance, commercial, electrical, and industrial maintenance. What does that cover? Construction, diesel technology, hospitality management, culinary arts, and welding. So they have professionals on site on tomorrow night, 5:30 to 7:30 in Springfield at 5250 Shepherd Road. They'll learn and take an in-depth look at what they're actually going to do, what career pathways there are, realistic expectations for what they're going to earn once they graduate. Sometimes that's the hard one, to have those realistic expectations. So they're going to hear from people out in the workforce and letting them know that. We're excited that we're offering high demand fields, and we're proud to get these students with these skills that the employers are seeking. These are some of the ones that everyone in the community says these are important, and we have shortages right now, other than healthcare. I mean, we could talk about healthcare all day long, but workforce is also a place where employers are screaming for people.
And there's so many areas, you think about the job market and oh, times are tough or things are going on, but there's so many areas that still are desperate to get qualified people that can come in there and know what they're doing as far as the job goes.
Exactly. And we have the great retirement, I think, coming up where we're going to lose a lot of people. And though all that knowledge is going away. So we have to get these young ones ready to take over.
Absolutely. We're coming.
You're coming.
We're
I see it
we're
coming.
fighting.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention too is we do adult education. That's for people who want to prepare for the GED. We offer basic skills, English language skills, adult career pathways, and literacy. You'd be surprised. We have a literacy coordinator that we keep busy. It's so sad that in 2025, we have people that are older that can't read. So we try to fill that void by having a literacy coordinator to help them learn how to read. I'm always fascinated by that. How do you teach an adult to read? Do you still do those little books? I remember those little yellow books in kindergarten, or how that goes. It's amazing that they spend, I don't know, anywhere from 4 to 16 weeks with these people, and they come out and they're able to read. I mean, it's just a joy to the heart to be able to see that. And then also there's still people out there that need their GED. They didn't graduate high school. The sad thing is I'm seeing more and more younger people leaving high school and then coming back to get their GED. I don't know why they are leaving. A lot of it's this social anxiety. There's a myriad of reasons, but I think they're leaving, and somebody'd have to correct me, but I think they're leaving high school more frequently than they used to. And that, then they come out and want their GED classes. The other thing I wanted to talk about was essential workplace skills. We named it EWS. And it's going to be a program. I can't talk too much about it because the details are still being ironed out, but I know what it's going to encompass. It's going to encompass employers can send employees, or just anyone can attend. Part of the workshop is going to spend time on practicing professionalism at work, communicating effectively, thinking critically at work, navigating challenges and stressors, understanding customer service essentials, and advancing equity, diversity, and inclusion. For example, in communicating effectively, we need to learn how to communicate at work, how there's different styles of communication. I get in trouble all the time because I'm short and to the point, and some people take that as, what's wrong with her? But that's just me. I'm short and to the point. Well, I talk more. But then we also teach the students how to handle those tough conversations that you need to have with your employees sometimes. And then advancing equity, diversity, and inclusion. I found that interesting because when I worked for the Department of Corrections, we're going to go back 35 years. We had something that we did called cultural diversity. It was required once a year. And I'm so thankful for that, because one thing that I learned that has stuck with me through the whole thing is that people of Spanish descent have a closer personal space. So when they get in your face, they're not being threatening. That's just their culture. So it's important to know that, because when you're out there with inmates and one gets close to you, your first thing is, defense.
Yeah.
But it's nice to learn that different people in different cultures just have different ways of reacting to things. And then thinking critically in the workplace. This is something I find that sometimes people just can't connect one and one and get two. And I don't know if that's because they didn't have a lot of math in high school to think critically, or exactly what, but sometimes they only do what they know to do. They don't go ahead and try to do something, look for something to do. They just sit there and do their job and don't do anything else. So learning how to think critically at work is important, along as navigating challenges and stressors. We're all going to have stress in the workplace, and it's nice to be able to have some of those tools before you get into the workplace to kind of help with stress. We hope to have these in the summer. The dates, I'll be back here. Let's see, this is February, so I'll be back here in March, and I'll be able to tell you a lot more about it then. When the classes are going to be held, where, and all that kind of fun stuff.
All right, sounds good. Well, we are out of time right now, but we'll be back with much more. Again, llcc.edu for all the latest great stuff that's going on over there. My name is Leroy Kamola. This has been your WTIM Morning Show. Thanks, Dee.
You're welcome.
Your information station, WTIM.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.